there's a good chance you've never heard of this movie.
Two opposing races forged a peace they thought would last forever.
Delgo was a $40 million CGI animated fantasy film with a cast full of recognizable names. It opened in thousands of theaters and disappeared almost immediately. It also took over a decade to make. In the late 90s and early 2000s, CGI animation was exploding. Obviously, Pixar was changing the game, DreamWorks was creating animated hits, and every studio wanted their own fantasy world that could become the next big franchise. And that's exactly what Delgo was supposed to be. The movie started development in 1999 as a passion project from independent filmmaker Mark Adler and Fathom Studios. The story takes place in the world of Jamora, where two species are divided by generations of conflict. The Lochni are a ground-dwelling civilization, and the Noreen are a winged race from the skies. The story follows Delgo, a young Lochni who doesn't really fit in as he gets caught between both worlds after befriending Princess Kyla of the Noreen. But when a power-hungry villain named Sedessa manipulates both sides and pushes them towards war, Delgo becomes the one who might be able to unite them. It's your classical fantasy story about prejudice, peace, and breaking a cycle of hatred. The problem with this movie is that it spent almost 10 years in production, and technology was changing so fast while they were making it. Animation styles were evolving, and by the time it finally arrived in 2008, the world of CGI animation looked completely different. A movie that started during the era of Toy Story and Shrek was released the same year as WALL-E, and just 1 year later, Avatar would completely change what audiences expected from visual effects. The cast was also so crazy because it featured voices from Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, Val Kilmer, Malcolm McDowell, Burt Reynolds, Michael Clark Duncan, and more. On paper, it sounded like this movie could have been so cool, but when Delgo finally hit theaters, almost nobody showed up. The movie had opened in over 2,000 theaters and reportedly only made around $442,000 on opening weekend. Some reports even claimed it averaged only around 2 viewers per theater. A film that spent nearly a decade being created was basically gone within days, and between a story that struggled to stand out, animation that looked hella outdated compared to what was being released at the time, and a movie that had arrived during a completely different era of animation, there's a good reason why Delgo disappeared into the abyss. Did any of you ever watch Delgo? Let me know in the comments.